I didn't think I'd be around too long, I'll be honest. And I got to be honest with you guys, you know, I think
honestly,
the biggest reason why I'm very fiery to you guys is because I know, and I say this with respect, the vast majority of you, I don't care how old you are, because make no mistake, you can be a 40-year-old man still as a camel. The vast majority of you guys are still here.
There's a camel. What?
Some of you are coming to here, and really the whole point of this channel, guys, is to mature yourself as well as myself to go from the camel to the lion to the child. Or let's just say the Ned Flanders Christian, the warrior of Christ, to the more matured, balanced king. Amen, like King David. And this is what I'm beginning to learn. I'm still here.
Okay. Gotta not be a... Okay, so you don't want to be a camel. That's important. The camel's bad, I guess. That's a... or something. I'm not really sure what's going on here. But... I found this this alpha male guy, and he's so funny. You know, this is one of my favorite people to cover. I hadn't seen him in a minute, and I was like, you know what? Let's we got to take a look at this dude again. And this one, the thumbnail, maybe I'll show it to you in a second. It just says, "You are weak, bro." It's like, you're weak, bro. Okay, bro, you're weak. So I was like, I got it, bro. Don't call me weak, bro. You're the weak one, bro. Look, anyway, all right, so we're gonna get into this, and yeah, I am Brentley, and this is the Punk Apostate. Let's go. So this dude's name is, I don't care, doesn't matter, something Hammond, John Hammond, whatever, from the, it's the guy from Jurassic Park, but I guess he has the same name. Anyway, he's this flannel wearing, like hyper masculine. You gotta be a manly Christian, bro. Look, bro, you're weak, bro. Like, he's so funny, and he's clearly got like ADHD, almost as bad as me. I don't know if I want to put him up higher on that spectrum than me, but he's up there. He's up there. You know, he has a hard time keeping the focus there.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow believers. Let's get it going. How are you doing? Welcome back to another video in
Truman. What the
backyard, whatever you want to call this, guys, at the Airbnb. We're here.
Backyards work. I think that is a backyard. Yeah. Come to think of, is it in the back? Is it a yard? Yeah, backyard. That works.
For another month, just last about 3 weeks. I'm excited to show you guys the transition, the new townhouse. I have no clue we're going to film there, but I'll give you a little, maybe a house tour. Probably not. I say that. YouTube stuff. Anyways, you guys let me know what you think.
What is happening, dude? Like, I don't even get like half of what he's saying. He's just sort of like, yeah, that YouTube stuff. Anyway, all that you get cameras. What? Anyway,
it's colder out today. The forwards hat. We got the flannel. Come on now. I'm a Texan. They all wear flannels. So
we got the flannel. Come on now. That's all one sentence.
So I'm bringing up that inner country, feeling a little bit more calm. Been going through it the past couple weeks. God's been smacking me around a little bit, but we're continuing to go. And I think
God's been smacking them around a little bit. Sounds like you and God might be having a little bit of a rough and tumble, huh? A little bit of slap and tickle. Oh, wait, he's Canadian, not British. Sorry, that's a different thing.
In this video, I wanted to speak along the lines of Christian men are suffering or spiritual warfare, something like that. And I truly
do like men are suffering, Christian warfare, whatever stuff. They just, you know, a thing with that, whatever. It doesn't matter.
I really believe, ironically, the reason Christians, the vast majority of Christians, including a lot of you guys, I'd say like up to 90%, are really struggling is because you guys do not have enough fight. You see, the irony.
I got more fight than you realize, bucko. Okay, don't be telling me how much fight I got,
guys. And here's so beautiful, right? Come on.
What the hell is happening? Hold on, we gotta watch that whole thing.
Up to 90% are really struggling is because you guys do not have enough fight. You see, the irony, guys, and here's so beautiful, right? Come on. Told you. There's three phases, as you guys know, in philosophy. This is from Thus Spoke Zarathustra, Friedrich Nietzsche, who's not a Christian, but it's still, I really do like the picture he paints.
Wow, this dude. Man, I don't know if he just drank like 7 cups of coffee and he's like, all right, I'm ready to go now. I'm not gonna even stop. I'm not gonna take any breaths in between sentences ever again. I don't even care. This is what I do. It's like, come on, bro. What is it? He
speaks of a man's journey. There's 3 main phases. We have number 1.
Wait, well, who was the philosopher? Like, he just breezed over. Hold on. Who was the philosopher?
This is from Thus Spoke Zarathustra, Friedrich Nietzsche, who's not a Christian.
Oh, Friedrich Nietzsche.
But it's still, I really do like the picture he paints. He speaks of a man.
I bet this dude loves Jordan Peterson. I feel like that's gotta be like, that's the only reason. Like, I guarantee he didn't read Nietzsche. He just is quoting Jordan Peterson quoting Frederick Nietzsche.
It's a journey. There's three main phases. We have number one, the camel, right? We'll speak of it. The beast of burdens,
The camel, like, okay.
ignorant, blue pill, beta. Then you have the lion, right? That's like red, like this flannel. That's on.
I always do say the camels are pretty beta. I mean, have you seen those suckers? They got these weird looking humps on their backs. It's crazy. It's crazy. But they can survive in a pretty harsh environment. That actually kind of makes them sort of tough, dude. I don't know. It's a bit more, that's kind of, it's pretty masculine, actually, being able to survive in climates like that. I don't know, I'm just saying. It's kind of, you might want to pick a different animal. You got stuff like a cow. They make good food too, though. I don't know. This is actually harder than I thought. I thought it would just come to me a good weak animal to put out there.
Fire that's really carving your path.
A moose. Oh wait, I've seen those take out those guys that are trying to put on the pheromones, and they just take them out. That's never mind, not a moose.
That's being a demon slayer. Let's say biblical lion, and then number three is the child phase, and that's kind of like as you slay the demons, you come down, you relax, you calm, have that childlike just grace to you. Not out of ignorance, unlike the camel, but because you've slayed the demons and you can be more balanced, you don't burn out, which is, I think, a huge reason why I got married. I didn't think I'd be around too long, I'll be honest. And I got to be honest with you guys,
Honestly,
I think the biggest reason why I'm very fiery to you guys is because I know, and I say this with respect, the vast majority of you, I don't care how old you are.
You're weak, bro. Bro, you're weak. It's time to man up. Look, I don't know if I showed you this. Christian men today are weak. Time to man up, bro. I don't know what. Oh, God, I love this guy so much. He's just so funny.
Because make no mistake, you can be a
It's like a perfect example of like what toxic masculinity produces. It's like a guy that's like, I can be more masculine than everybody as long as I say all the words and stuff and behave the way that I'm supposed to behave and all this and have all the toxic weights on my shoulders of what I'm supposed to be doing about being a man and all this stuff. Like, and then I get to set the standard and tell everybody else that they're weak, bro. And then they got to do what I tell them to do and put the pressure on them. Yeah.
40-year-old man still as a camel. The vast majority of you guys are still here.
Still as a camel. That just sounds so weird.
Some of you are coming to here, and really the whole point of this channel, guys, is to mature yourself as well as myself to go from the camel to the lion.
You're here to mature yourself?
To the child. Or let's just say the Ned Flanders Christian, the warrior of Christ, to the more matured, balanced king. Amen, like King David.
Wait, you can't amen yourself in, but
and this is what I'm beginning to learn. I'm still here, guys. I got that PTSD from slaying Muslims, LGBT, abortion, spirits running through my head every day.
What? That you've been slaying? What? Hold on.
King, amen, like King David. And this is what
Did you say he's been slaying? He's been slaying Muslims?
what I'm beginning to learn. I'm still here, guys. I got that PTSD from slaying Muslims, LGBT, abortion, spirits running through my head every day.
What? I'm sorry. One more time. I'm so confused.
King, amen, like King David. And this is what I'm beginning to learn. I'm still here, guys. I got that PTSD from slaying Muslims, LGBT, abortion, spirits running through my head every day, which a lot of you guys think is fake. You think like, oh, it's not a battlefield. That's because you're here, brother. Wake up. The vast majority.
What the fuck? What is happening? What is he talking about? Wait, he's slaying. He's like, I got PTSD from slaying Muslim. What? What is and LGBTQ and abortion just as a concept? You're slaying abortion as a like what the hell are you talking about, man?
You guys are still here, and I don't say this to condemn you. I don't say this because I'm any better than you. I say this to exhort you guys. That's what we're commanded to do, right? Titus 2:11 and 15, some of my favorite verses.
God, they love. It's like there's something about like Christians that just love being told that they're not enough. There's something about like, look, hey, I'm here to help. All right, you're garbage. You're garbage. You need to be better. You suck. You suck. Okay, and I'm here to fix you. All right, I'm trying to help you out here. Okay, bro. Look, you suck. You're weak, bro. Okay, you know how to not be weak. Do everything I'm saying. You want to be a camel? Which one do you want to be? A camel or a lion? Okay, or whatever the in between thing was that I already forgot. What do you want to be? Okay, you tell me. You're weak, bro. You suck. You suck. Feel bad about yourself. Okay, just do that. Internalize how terrible you are, real quick here. Just do it.
The spirit of grace that brings salvation to all men. It's appeared to all men. Teaches us to deny ungodliness, worldly lust. The Ned Flanders beta Christian to now live more soberly.
What is with the Ned Flanders thing? That is really funny. he keeps on. It's like the Ned Flanders said that's to paint a picture, I guess. Like, the beta Christian, like Ned Flanders, the cartoon character. He's not real, man. Like, that's not a real person. Like, you get that, right? Like, he's a caricature of a Christian.
Righteously, to be zealous for good works. Right, guys, to be a more obedient Christian.
It's like you always say, guys, look, right, guys, if there's any ladies, seriously F off. Okay, we're not talking to you. Guys, huddle up. We're only talking to guys. Okay, just get any ladies, get the hell out of here. I don't even know what you're doing here.
Romans 12:1, to present your body a living sacrifice. Guys, if you're choosing to be a disciple, which granted, we come nowhere close to the OG disciples, it's a battlefield.
That's so funny. He's like, there's got to be a distinction here. Like when I say, you got to be a good disciple for Christ. I'm sorry, respect to the OGs, the actual disciples. We're nowhere near. Okay, you got to have that deference, right? For the OG disciples. When I use that word, I'm not saying become a person from 2,000 years ago. That was anyway. Jesus,
guys, I don't know what to tell you. This is why I fight so.
Sounds like you do know. I mean, it's yeah. It sounds like you don't know what to tell us, but you're just doing it anyway. You're just on, just on autopilot here, going
hard, and it's why I'm against the hippy dippy e-boy Christianity. I'm not saying that it's false.
The hippy dippy e-boy. What is an e-boy? Is that like a new? Is that a new insult? E-boy. What the fuck? What could E be? I don't know.
Like we're talking the TikTok, Bryce Crawford's, yada yada. I'm not saying.
He's saying like he's talking. Now he's talking crap about all the people on TikTok. He's like, any of you Christians using that TikTok crapola. He says crapola. You know it. He said crapola like 7 times before the camera rolled, and then he just stopped just for me.
I think that's false, guys. And these are good guys. Cliff, Georgienko, the Avengers, you want to call them. They're good guys, and if what they're saying is biblical,
okay,
I believe it.
I don't know if he. It's sad that I know what he's talking about here, but George Janko is this dude that was used to be with like Logan Paul. They had a falling out. He's a Christian. Logan Paul made fun of him for being a Christian. Then he came back later and apologized and said he shouldn't have made fun of him for being a Christian. George Janko got a big group of other Christian YouTubers together, called it the Christian Avengers. They had a bunch of conversations, ended up being quite controversial because it turns out none of them agree about the stuff they believe in. So they all got in fights after all that, them coming together as one, as the Christian Avengers. But anyway, that's what he's referring to. It's sad, I know that.
That's amazing. My only contention.
You can wait for planes to go by, dude. You can. It sounds like you can edit. Maybe just wait a second.
With that, my fear for you guys is that.
I know it's distracting. I can feel the distraction in your face.
The few of you who are deciding to pick up your cross, or at least pursue this path a little bit.
Like the few of you that are willing to pick up your airplane cross. I mean, it's the same shape, really. The airplane kind of has the same sort of. Anyway, those of you that pick up your airplane, I did it again. I said the
further. Go into that lion mode, right? Many are called, few are chosen. God wants you guys to pick up your cross. God has a calling over all of your lives.
Many are called, few are chosen. What the hell is that supposed to? What's that supposed to communicate? What does that mean? Like, oh, you're called, but you might not be chosen. You might, yeah, he's called you, but like, he is expecting you to fail. Is that what it is? Like you're not. Yeah, he wants you to do the stuff, but if you're not chosen, you're going to fail it. I don't understand.
You're born again, but many are going to say no. Many are going to choose to be disobedient. My only fear with those Christian YouTubers is that they're not preparing you. They're not, because when
you are a Christian YouTuber, man, this sounds like a jealousy thing. Okay, it sounds like, hey, why wasn't I included with the Christian Avengers? Well, it's not fair. What the heck? I could at least be like the Black Widow and Archer guy, dude, the arrow shooting guy. They don't even have. I don't even know how they count really at all. But like, I could fill their shoes sort of for the gang. With
hits the fan, you lose all your money. You go 20K in debt, lose all your friends, your family, lose your job. You start spreading the gospel, and your life's taken for increase. When that begins to happen, do you think this like e-boy
dude, you gotta like take breaths every so often, man. I don't know what the hell is happening here. I don't know how many bumps you did before you started, but it sounds like you might want to cut it down by like 4. Just cut out like 4 of those bumper rollers there. Bumper roll. Never mind. I
thought Christianity is going to help you. Where are they?
Bumbolas.
Going to be then, guys. I say this, and the reason I have this like bravado, or the reason a lot of guys make fun of me, they say, David, you're too serious. You take it too hard, guys. I'm just trying.
Oh, you are not too serious. You are hilarious. If anything, I don't know if people can say. I guess if people take you serious, then you're too serious. But no, you're hilarious, man. What are you talking about?
To get you guys ready, and this is not no persecution syndrome. I got a good life, man. I've put labor into this, and I'm reaping the rewards. I got married to an amazing wife who takes care of me when I'm sick. We got a townhouse. I have the ministry. Like, I'm doing well, but that's because I had to go through that enduring period, guys. I had to go through that period, and I'll tell you guys this again. I just say this to I guess paint a picture and help you guys. I was in Toronto, Canada. There were a lot of Christians, big churches, guys. I'll tell you that. A lot of influencers. I never saw them out, or very rarely, if ever, on the battlefield. Guys, anyone can be.
What? Where's the battlefield, dude? Like when you're in Canada, what is he talking about? Where is he supposed to be? He's like, I didn't see anybody wielding one of those spike ball on a chain thing, just walking around town. Losers, right? That's so lame.
Be a Christian. Okay, this is a discipleship channel. Anyone can be saved. John 3:16. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whoever believes in Him will.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto about that. He's from Toronto. Yeah, yeah, of course. I mean, which is odd because you would think he would be nicer. He's like the one asshole Canadian we got over here.
Will not perish but have eternal life. Right, everlasting life. That's great. I'm not conflating that. But to pick up your cross,
conflating. What?
John 3:16. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whoever believes in Him will not perish but have eternal life. Right, everlasting life. That's great. I'm not conflating that. But to pick up your cross, to mature as a Christian, that's not guaranteed.
I don't think he knows what conflating means. I feel like he got that off. There's something. He's got his wires crossed somewhere here.
To good works. Ephesians 2:8, 9, and 10. We're saved by grace through faith. Okay, that's what the Bryce Crawfords, the Cliff, that's all they preach.
The way he talks is so funny. I don't know. It's like he's got his brain like cranked up to overdrive when he gets on these videos, and then his inflection's just all over the place. It's just amazing.
But what about the verse 10? Unto good works that God prepared in advance that we should walk in. I'll be honest with you guys, a lot of Christians, and I'm saying this, guys, not because I'm trying to be some cool guy. Now that I'm in Texas, I've realized the curse here in Texas.
Oh, of course. So God, this guy is sad, man. It's like, what's the most masculine place I can move to? Texas. Nailed it, man. You got it. Oh, yeah.
See, back in Canada, the curse was everyone is just blue-haired liberal atheist, right? And sometimes I actually rather that because I feel it's almost easier to like bring them, but
first of all, some of us are leftists. Do you live right next to a freaking airfield in Texas? What is happening, dude? Maybe you shouldn't. If you're going to make videos in your backyard, maybe don't move across the street from the airport.
And another note, the curse here in Texas or the state, especially the Bible Belt, is that everyone's just like a lukewarm, kind of like useless, kind of like dead work Christian. As in, like,
dead work Christians. I know those dead work Christians. That suck.
Like, you guys understand? And James says, "Faith that works is."
Yeah, we got it. No, I got it. That's sad that I got it, but yeah, I got it.
Dead, meaning like you can have faith, okay, great, but if it's not working, guys, I'm not saying you're.
Because faith that works is dead. So you're a dead faith.
It's
a dead faither.
I'm not saying it's not faith, but it's dead faith, right? it profits nobody. We want to have a profitable faith. We want to be unto good works, guys. Again, Titus 2:11-15, zealous for good works.
If you want a profitable faith, I'll tell you what, you need to get with those Joel Osteen types, okay? That's where the real profits come in, I think.
And this whole channel is a discipleship channel. It's not because I'm some cool, special guy club, but I will be honest with you guys,
well, we do kind of have a guy club, just saying, all right? He's like, look, I'm not doing this because I'm awesome or anything. I am, but that's sort of a separate issue, okay? It's the super awesomeness that I am. But look, I'm only doing this is a discipleship program, okay? Look, I'm just trying to.
You go down this path, the rarer it gets. There are not many Christians who take it this serious, that want to start an evangelism ministry, that want to preach the gospel, that, I'll be honest with you, are like.
I know you're going to be honest, man. You can stop.
And here's why I make this, okay? Each to their own. Everybody has their own life. That's fine. Who am I? You want to do whatever? That's fine. But if you're coming to a channel that is deliberately for disciples of Christ, and I'm giving you advice, and you have the audacity to then.
I haven't gotten any advice yet, man. Like, you're just all over the place. You haven't said, you just label a bunch of stuff. You just keep saying there's a bunch of weak Christian men, not really saying what that means or anything like that. You're just saying that they're out there. And you don't see anybody on the proverbial battlefield where you're out getting PTSD from slaying Muslims or whatever. Like, I just, what the hell are you talking about? Nothing you're saying has any kind of connection to reality at all.
Complain and bicker and say, well, you're going too hard. What do you think they said to the disciples? What do you think
That's the other thing this guy does, is he'll just like interrupt his video with just saying like F you to the people that I guess don't like his video. Oh, and for all you idiots that want to criticize me, this part's for you idiots. Look, bro, why don't you just go watch some girl tell you how to live for Christ? Because you're such a beta. Okay, anyway, so back to what I was.
they said to Jesus? You're preaching hate. You got to chill out a little bit, brother. What do you expect? Like, that's like me going to a barber and he starts cutting my hair and I'm like,
Wow, that's funny. He's like, you're teaching hate, man. You got to relax. Stop being so mean to everybody. What do you expect? I'm a Christian, okay? Christians suck, bro. I don't know what Christians you're familiar with, but the kind that I'm familiar with, kick asses, okay, and hate everybody. So just relax, okay? You beta.
why are you cutting my hair? Those scissors are a little too sharp. What are you doing? You're being double-minded. Go away.
Go away. So he's likening like hate and aggression to just the fundamentals of Christianity. Okay, you actually got that right. That's like sort of the one right there. And I'm gonna move on. I don't even know why I started to pick at that like it was something that's not true.
I have this channel as an outlet for myself. As I build up Christ developed, as I build biblically masculine, as I build the businesses, the ministries, as I learn, as I grow.
Third fucking airplane. What is going on? All right, dude. I don't know. Soundproof your backyard. I don't even know how that's possible, but do it. Holy shit.
I go through failures and trials. I get married. I find this and this and this. That's why I'm doing this. And I have no clue what I titled this video, but
I totally forgot what I'm supposed to be talking about right now. But bro, look, you're weak. Oh yeah, the weak. You guys are weak. That's right. That's basically all my videos. Really, is just going. You're effing weak, bro. Like, man up. Get some balls,
guys. I say this with love, and this channel will be hated probably through all YouTube civilization, because there's very few discipleship channels, because very few men have actually
YouTube civilization.
are actually taking this serious. Again, that's not to brag. You just will realize this. If you're going to follow this path and really be set apart, you will be made fun of. The majority of Christians, your own buddies, I get tons of comments.
I don't know, man. I feel like you make it too fun to make fun, dude. Like, you need to bring it down a few notches, because like you're making this way too easy. Like I at this point almost feel like I don't even have to say anything. I can just point. I don't even have to do anything, because you're that easy to make fun of.
Comments. They're going to say you're too extreme, you're too crazy, you're too mean, you're preaching too much hate. The list goes on, guys. There is nothing new under the sun. And I'm telling you, you need to choose a side. For the vast majority of you guys, look, if you don't want to be a disciple, it's not the channel for you, because it's going to trigger the crap out of you. You're going to feel like you're convicted, like, wow.
God, they love doing this. It's funny. There's something about being a Christian and being able to be offensive to people and be able to just trample those boundaries that most people have, right? Where you can't just come up and stuff. It's almost like, just going to like a mom and just be like, you're a terrible mother, right? Like, you should be like doing your mothering like this. This is and them being like expected to be okay with that. That's the type of reality these people live in. It's where that's the kind of behavior that you get used to, and it produces people like this, where it's like, look, bro, you're gonna get triggered, all right? If you don't want to be triggered because you don't want to be a good Christian and stuff, just get on it. Don't let the door hit you on the butt, okay? Get out of here. Like, it's so crazy. But this is like the church world. It's like there's always going to be a time like, no, we need to sit down and have a conversation, buddy. Look, I saw you wearing a shirt the other day. Looks like you bought it at Target. Okay. No. Hey, sorry. We're having a conversation. So no, he'll come later. No, sorry. Don't worry about it. Look, you can't be buying your shirts at Target. They have a Satanist that makes some designs for them. So, I got a shirt for you in the truck. Just give me like, that's the type of stuff that you just get used to. Like, it's just, that's how it was for me. I remember stuff like that happening constantly.
I'm not doing enough. That's the whole point, guys, of Christian leaders, pastors, teachers, they want to exhort us, to encourage us, just like myself. You don't go to a church, guys, and the majority of you guys do, which is why it makes sense. Everyone's getting butthurt.
Hey, Ryan, what's going on? Good morning.
You don't go to church to feel good. If you go to church and you think, like, I'm just going so I can, like, do my...
You go to feel bad about yourself, okay? You don't go to church to feel good. That is so funny. It's so true. That is true. You go there to feel guilty, okay? And then just take that guilt into the week and then, come back to church and get cured of the guilt that it caused you to have. Anyway, so you can get forgiveness, and then that forgiveness causes you to get rid of that guilt, and then they put it right back on you again. It's like an addiction. You just keep getting that fix.
Confessions and wipe away the sins that I did, and like I feel good about myself. I believe that's false. You go to church to get beat up. You go to church to get convicted, guys. I love Titus 2:11-15 too, because in verse 15,
you go to church to get beat up. What kind of church do you go to, man? Like, geez Louise.
When speaking of, to be zealous for good works, right? Peculiar people, that's verse 14.
He goes to Cobra Kai church. That's what it is. This church is the Cobra Kai church. Strike fast. Or what is it? Strike first. Strike fast. No mercy.
Verse 15 says, I'm going to kind of butcher it a little bit, but exhort, rebuke, and encourage all people. Let no one despise you. Guys, if you're going to follow this path, which we are all...
Wait, what? How do you, first of all, what? How do you control whether or not people despise you? And they basically just gave you a recipe of how to behave in order to be despised, and then says, but don't let anybody despise you. Like, well, then you shouldn't do the stuff that just ordered you to do. I don't know. I mean, that kind of leads to that.
All encouraged to do. Jesus has a plan for you. He has a purpose for you. If you'd like to call that discipleship, sure. I just think that's just the Christian walk. We got these hyper hippie grace people that consider anything you do in obedience of work to now be discipleship, just so they can fap all day long and eat chips on a couch. It's despicable, guys.
What the fuck? What is he talking about? Like, what Christian? Just so they can fap all day. What the? What are you saying? Like, I didn't even catch. Hold on. I'm sorry. I didn't even catch like what the type of Christians are. That see how he doesn't ever say anything. He never says anything. He just is like, don't be like these other people that I hate. And then he's not really specific as to like what the hell he's even talking about.
We got these hyper hippie grace people that consider anything you do in obedience of work to now be discipleship, just so they can fap all day long and eat chips on a couch.
What the these hyper hippie, hyper grace hippies that to think any kind of obedience is discipleship, but that's not, just so they can sit on a couch and fap all day. I have no idea what the hell he's talking about. I don't know. They're like, no, the grace is cool. I did something. Wait, is it like he's saying that like, I went to church, I got my grace, now I can go fap all week or whatever? Because I don't understand. He's like, I was forgiven for the fapping, so it's actually cool. Is that what he's talking about? I'm so confused by this.
It's despicable, guys.
But if you want to do some fapping, you can do it, or you can do the real thing actually with the products from adamandeve.com. Enter that code word Brentley at checkout to get 50% off almost any one item. 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. Go to adamandeve.com, enter that code word Brentley, Brently, and get your exclusive offer. Get your butt some stuff. Okay, they got all the stuff for all the butts, for every size, shape, you name it, they got it. Okay, just go get it. It's good. It's good stuff. You're gonna love it.
But if you're gonna mature down this Christian path, especially as you take it further, because again, I'm not saying you guys off the street preacher, yada yada. No, do whatever you want, or do whatever God's calling you to. But
no, don't do whatever you want. I'm sorry. Do whatever I think God wants you to do. Do that. That's if
I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you guys.
I can tell. I don't think you know what you're saying right now. That's what it sounds like. You don't know.
You're damned if you do. You're damned if you don't. So
clearly,
so many of you guys, so many people. Once ish hits the fan, and believe me,
and you're not supposed to say the D word. You're not allowed to say the D word, right? Yeah, especially not in that context. Like you can say that you can be damned to hell. That's it. That's the only context you're allowed. Okay, and hell too. That's the only context you're allowed to say hell.
It's only going to get harder for me and worse for me, which is why I'm documenting this. So many of you guys, and so many people just want to be in the world. You want to be the camel. You're liked by no one actually likes you. No one respects you. What? You go to most mega churches. You go to most church.
Nobody actually likes you. What the fuck is this? What is this dude's deal, man? He's just a mean person. nobody actually likes you. Wow. It's like if you what go to those churches, then nobody actually likes. They're just pretending, dude. They're just love bombing you. Just grow up, okay? Everybody hates you. Be a good Christian and just deal with the everybody hating you thing.
Churches, even here in Texas, no one really knows your name. You're just kind of like a friendly Ned Flanders, like, oh, he's that guy I see every Sunday. Oh, that's awesome, man. Is he out preaching? Is he out, unto good works? Is he following the Lord, right? Is he going all in? No, just works a normal 9 to 5. I think he's married. Him and his wife, they're okay. And yeah, he just has a normal job, and he's just, that's it. Again, if that's you, that's fine, cool. But do not.
Sounds like it's not fun. Sounds like it's not cool, man. Like, I don't even know what did you. I feel like he gets so lost in his mind, he forgets what he's even trying to say halfway through him saying it. And then he's like, but if you want to be like that, that's fine. Even though I just spent the last 4 sentences making it sound like that's not fun, but whatever, do you. I don't even know. I forgot what I was. The point. I was like making a point, or so I lost it. I upset it. Anyway,
complain or aim or I'm just, guys, there's a splitting happening right now, and I don't want to say between the real Christians and the fake ones, because if you're saved, you're saved. But I will say the Christians that are really putting pen to paper and
hey Brent, hey, what's up, dude? How's it going? I didn't see you there. Oh yeah.
Christians who just say a lot, because there are so many Christians, right? And if they're saved or not, I don't know. Are they all saved? Most likely not. But there are a lot that say that they're doing a good thing, right? They're fighting that good fight. But when push comes to shove, they're the first ones that are retreating. There are guys, I'm not going to name names, but it's...
Well, who's pushing and shoving and then retreating? Like, where is this pushing and shoving coming to? Like, I'm so confused by everything this guy's saying. Nothing he says seems to like comport with reality in any way. It's just like, he just sounds like he's mad. He's just mad. It just sounds like that guy that is just jealous of everybody or something, and it's just going off in his head. Oh, he'd be like, oh, those Christians are all like that, like those Ned Flanders. Yeah. Look, what are you talking about, man? Like, you're giving us no examples. You're not telling us anything that's like real. You're just saying, don't be like those people. And we're all like, yeah, I don't know, like, in what way? Like, this is like, he's just labeling everybody and then being mean to them about it.
It's like, they're kind of boasting about, like, how on fire for Christ they are, how obedient they are. They got Bible study on Wednesday and church on Sunday. But then when they're asked to street preach, hey, come on out, let's turn it up a little bit, they're like, oh, no, not for me. Guys.
So you got a street preach. I thought you just said you didn't have to do that, and that's fine. But now he's saying if somebody. So in other words, if you ask them to do something that you think they should be doing as like a Christian, and they say, no, that's not for me, well, then you're not a real Christian. You're just a Ned Flanders, hyper grace, beta.
There is a split happening right now. And I think it's because maybe I came from Canada, where Christianity is borderline illegal. Like, literally, Trudeau tried to ban the Bible. I saw my pastor get arrested. Like, it's real.
What the fuck? Are you insane, man? Christianity is borderline illegal in Canada. Are you crazy, dude? No, it's not. They banned the Bible from school. Is that what you're saying? In public schools? Because it's not a school book?
We don't even have freedom of speech out there, to now coming to coming to the US, where they do have freedom of speech. Everyone's a Christian, but most are useless. They do nothing. And I'm just noticing, like, there's a big split. There is a big split.
What was the other thing that he said? Oh, that you can't, they don't have freedom of speech or whatever. They do have freedom of speech. You just, to a degree, it's just to a lesser degree than we have it or whatever. You can't, like, I think the one thing, because I used to do a Canadian show called Left of the Valley, and he would like let us know like what we can say. You can't encourage people to go hurt people, right? That was like one of the things you can't do. You can never like say that everybody should go do this, go hurt people, which to me makes pretty good sense. Other than that, I think they have some like hate speech laws and stuff like that, which is probably what he's talking about, but I don't know.
Split, guys. And again, I don't want this to be on salvation. Are they actually saved? Are they not? You take that up with the Lord. Do I believe all of them are? I believe, I don't know. Probably a good amount. Definitely a good amount. How many? I don't know. But what I am saying.
What is going on, dude? This dude's like, he's trying so hard to say they're not true Christians, but he's like, I'm not going to say they're not true Christians. But, are there some Christians that are true kinds? Maybe a bunch of them are. I don't know. That's not, I'm not going to say that. But if you are one of these other types of Christians, you're bad.
Hey guys, is that for the few brothers out here who really are picking up the cross,
dude, just pause the video. Like, what? Go, just edit, man. Just edit some stuff.
in whatever way that looks, maybe that is you quitting your job, stop being an idolater, and doing what God wants you to do. I mean, guys, again, this is not to like...
God, he's like combining... he like shoves so many concepts together. So quit your job and in order to stop being an idolater? Are you saying... is he talking about people that, I don't know, like have like they like their job too much and so they're not Christian enough because of their job? I'm so confused. I don't know what the hell.
like brag, but like
I don't mean to brag, but like, bro, I'm awesome. Okay, I don't know.
your life will be uncomfortable.
What? That's not, you don't want to brag, but what? Hold on.
Idolater and doing what God wants you to do. I mean, guys, again, this is not to like brag, but like your life.
He broke. He's like, I don't want to brag, but like God's. Yeah, I lost it. I was going to brag about.
Will be uncomfortable. I don't know how else to say this, guys. Part of me wants to really rip into you guys, but then I just get hated, like I'm whatever. And then when I don't, I feel like I'm leading you guys astray. Your life, if you're really going to follow this path, will get uncomfortable. God's going to tell you to leave your job. I'll just tell you from my experience. He's going to tell you to change your priorities, maybe switch businesses, maybe leave your old fornicating girlfriend, right? Maybe move out of your mom and dad's house. You might go 20K in debt. You might lose all your friends. Your family might think you're absolutely nuts. You might lose your job. Might get fired from your job. Might have to switch.
I thought you just said to leave the job. What is happening? What are you talking about, dude? How do you go from, you should just leave your job and then be like, in the same breath, be like, you might get fired from your job. The one that you just left? What the fuck? What are you saying, man? Nothing you're saying is coherent, dude.
Gyms 3 times. You have idols in your life. A lot of you guys are baby Christians, and it's one thing to be a baby Christian and to know that you're maturing and to go along with that. That's awesome. But it's another thing to be a complaining baby Christian, wondering, why isn't my life changing? Where are my fruits of the Spirit? Where is my wife? Where are
my fruits of the Spirit? I want the magical powers I'm supposed to get. What's going on here? I'm supposed to be able to discern between people's spirits and stuff by now. What's even happening? This is ridiculous. And I can't even do the time. I was like trying to do the speaking in tongues, man. It doesn't even sound good. Doesn't even sound right. Everybody's gonna be like, you're fake and you're pretending. And I'm like, when do I get the magical voice, saying other languages powers yet? What's going on?
My ministry, where's my blessing? Where's my anointing? When you're useless, you're not obedient, you're doing nothing. That is 90% of Christians. That's 90% of churches. I've been at churches here now in Texas.
It's 90% of Christian. Hold on, let me go back. Because he talks so fast. It's like so easy to miss some serious gems that are coming out of this dude's face.
Where's my blessing? Where's my anointing? When you're useless, you're not obedient, you're doing nothing.
You're useless. You're not obedient. You're like, this dude needs to go be, you know what he needs to be? He needs to go be like either a drill sergeant or one of those people that work for like the Biggest Loser show or something like that. Like, you're useless. You're worthless. Work harder. Just like whip those 2 the big heavy rope things. Do it better. You're useless.
That is 90% of Christians. That's 90% of churches. I've been at churches here now in Texas. They're really no different than worldly churches.
Let's see what's going on. How you doing? It's baby Christians. Wow, I really popped in at an interesting moment. Yeah, this dude's hilarious. This John Hammond guy, whatever the fuck.
Churches. It's not to shoot any shots.
He's got a new show too. I'm going to check it out at some point. But like, he's whoa, what is that face? I don't know what's going on behind the camera here, but he is very concerned about it. Wow. Somebody just flashed him. Somebody walked up behind the camera. It's like, and he's like,
better. I'm just telling you guys what I'm observing. When push comes to shove, and for any Christians,
major pain, exactly.
Right now in the comments giving me crap, like, David, you're too extreme. I really want you to first shut up, but 2, open your mind. You live in the...
Hold on, let's do that again. God, this guy is so funny. I want you to, first shut the fuck up, okay? You stupid, you're worthless. You're the worthless kind I'm talking about. You saying so anyway, but first just shut the fuck.
Comes to shove. And for any Christians right now in the comments giving me crap, like, David, you're too extreme. I really want you to first shut up, but 2, open your mind. You live in the West.
God,
you are the most we are the most privileged people.
Like, these are exactly the people that you don't want to be around. They're just like the worst people. They're the most. You know what it is? It's like they're the most insecure people, and they think that they can Jedi mind trick everybody into not thinking they're insecure by pointing out everybody else's flaws, and be like, they're weak, they're beta, they're this, they're that. And really, all you're doing is demonstrating to all of us that that's you inside your own brain saying that stuff to yourself. And then you're like trying to put it on other people to like cancel out whatever you think about yourself in your mind. It's pretty obvious, dude.
People in the world. If you're going to tell me that Christianity is just this cakewalk, you please tell me why the majority of Christians now are actually in China.
Well,
if Christianity,
that is an excellent point. If Christianity is this cakewalk, then why are Christians in China? Yeah, I know, right? To make a syllogism out of that. It's like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
is just how it's supposed to be in the West. Why are there Christians in China being persecuted for just holding a page of the Bible, tortured till their death? What about Christians in the Middle East?
Okay, I get the rest. Okay, you should have led with that. So why are there Christians in China? Hold on, let me hear that.
Is just how it's supposed to be in the West. Why are there Christians in China being persecuted for just holding a page of the Bible, tortured till their death?
They were just holding a page of the Bible?
What about Christians in the Middle East? Do you guys like realize this stuff, or you just still?
Do you guys realize this or what, man? I don't feel like you get this, bro. Okay,
a stupid little kid in your little bubble, entitled.
People being entitled. God, this dude is so miserable. What a miserable asshat. God damn, dude. He's just like, there are Christians in China being like, man, and you're over here with your little bubble, entitled. Gosh, I hate you. I hate you. Okay.
My flavor of Christianity. I can be super comfortable. It's me. Entitled, sugar eating, Fortnite playing, skinny fat looking at.
What? Sugar eating? Why didn't he just say, yeah, you idiots that are out eating sugar and stuff.
Christian. It's my flavor of Christianity. I can be super comfortable. It's me. Entitled, sugar eating, Fortnite playing, skinny fat looking at.
What? Skinny fat looking? What? That's a self-contradictory thing. Like, you'd say they're skinny and they're fat looking. They're both skinny and fat. Like, too much of both somehow.
Type Christian, entitled, man child, still living at home, fapping 3 times a day. What a pathetic excuse of a man.
Wow, dude, that sounds like, are you sure that's not you? And you're just, I don't know, that just sounds like he just does not like himself or something. This is really weird.
It's disgusting. You guys, we are called to be set apart, okay? Unto good works.
You know what's sad too is like this plays right in to their like whole like capitalism thing, right? They've basically made the system almost untenable, right? To live. And it's like where I'm at, it's almost impossible to move out, right? So you got a lot of people living at home, right? And a lot of these, and it's a lot of Christian kids and stuff too, because there's a lot of them are so sheltered and everything, and they were never taught like self-efficacy and like just being able to think for yourself, right? And depend on the thoughts that you think. They always teach you that you can't depend on the thoughts that you think. Everything that you think is wrong and broken and bad. And then they wonder why you can't make it out, in the real world. And then you got this dude here like shaming you for it. So it's like shaming you for being the product of a system that this guy supports, which is just so funny to me. I don't know. It's like, God damn, they want everybody to suffer and then feel bad about suffering. That's what it is.
Not for our salvation, not because if we don't do this, we're not saved. No, but because you are truly saved and you're claiming that you're that man of God. You're claiming that you.
What is skinny looking fat? I have no idea. I don't know. There's people that are skinny, but they look fat. I've seen that.
You want that wife, right? This path not for everybody. It's time to go, man. It's time to go down this path. And I'll be brutally honest with you guys. The further down you go.
A windowsill. Oh, jizzle. That is good. That is good. Your DNA. That's brilliant.
The less like the world, the camel you look like, the Ned Flanders.
And you spelled jizz right, too. That was good.
The more you're going to get hated. Just read my comments, guys. Go on the past few videos. And again, I know I'm a little coarse with my language. I understand that, guys. But read them. David, this isn't spirit-led, man. You're a bigot. I hate this. Like, why would you talk about your wife that way as if like she's submissive to you?
What?
Are we reading the same Bible? Guys, I can't make this up. Just
what the hell? It's like, how would you dare talk about your wife like that? Being forcing her to submit. And he's like, have you read the Bible? Okay. Women are property, bro. If you read the Bible, they're just property, man. Like you can beat property. It's fine. Huh?
just be ready. Maybe that's what I titled this video. I have no clue. Be ready. It's coming. It's happening. I'm going to keep going. I don't care what you guys say. I'm very...
It sounds like you kind of do care what people say. You've literally brought it up like 4 times now. Like, seriously, go read the comments. All these beta cucks in there being like, oh, you can't beat your wife and all this. Shut up. Shut up. Okay, I'll beat whatever I want.
This is not my main ministry. I do this just to document. I say this because I love you guys.
What?
But there's a big splitting.
I do this because I document. So he's also got some kind of like weird shame attached to him even doing this, it seems. Because he's like making excuses for it, it seems.
Happening right now. And a lot of you need to grow up. You need to mature. It makes so much sense why
God, you sound like you're so projecting. Like you're like, I gotta grow up. I am just really a man child that is just pouting and angry about everything. I need to grow up. Like that's what this sounds like. It's like it's just total projection.
no Christian men are getting married either. You guys, 85% of all Christians, hopefully not you guys, are man children. Flabby, high estrogen, mouth breathing.
High estrogen. What do you do about that? Like, oh my God, look at his face. I'm disgusted right now. Oh my gosh, I'm sickened by the estrogen thing. High levels of it, disgusting. I hate people with high. Estrogen. This hormone levels have to be where I demand they be, goddammit.
Small pee-pee, I probably shouldn't say that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Paul. I'm so sorry. Oh man, it's like the hardest part is making content is not just like crying, laughing for like 4 minutes when you say stuff like that.
Christians, hopefully not you guys, are man children. Flabby, high estrogen, mouth breathing, small pee-pee, I probably shouldn't say that. Living at home, no job, entitled man children.
What is happening? Small pee-pee. Okay, dude. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I feel like if you call it a pee-pee, then yours probably isn't doing too great, man. I'm just saying, if that's... Are you 7? What is happening? Does he call the other, like, hoo-ha? Is that the other?
And you have the audacity to call yourself a man of God. It's disgusting. And then you guys shoot the messenger. I'm a bigot. You're a caveman. Whatever. And that's okay.
We are DNA, so you're making me. He's making me. I don't blame me. He said the pee-pee.
Okay, but I want you guys to know to please keep going down this path. I say this because I love you. I'm just a random dude who falls short all the time, but I want to keep going, man. Because that's.
Oh, he's the funniest person on the fucking internet. I swear to God, this is just. Whoo! I got to get it together. Wow, that was. Okay, no, stop.
What we're called to do.
Don't be funny, man. I'm serious. We got to get this. We got to get more serious here.
Right, let's finish off with a good verse, man.
Let's finish it off, okay? Finish off the people.
I think it's in Philippians 1:6. I want to say. Yes, sir. Philippians 1:6.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Come on. All right, guys, let's finish it here. Philippians 1:6.
Come on, yeah. Anyway,
being confident of this
look how much it cuts when he has to try to read stuff. Like
everything that he who has begun a good work in you will complete.
Say it like a man, dude. Can you read it like a man reads? Not like some high estrogen, small pee-pee.
Until the day of Jesus Christ. There is a good work in you right now. If you're a born-again believer, you've been bought and paid for. Your life, like the video game, has pressed.
It doesn't sound good, dude. I don't know why they think that sounds awesome. If you're a born believer, you've been bought and paid for and sold into slavery, okay? It's awesome. Why are you looking at me like that? You're making it. Your face is kind of inflected like that's not awesome. What? You don't want to be bought and paid for and sold into slavery? What?
Start. Okay, but you can choose to be disobedient. God has a plan for you. He's got a path for you. He's got a wife, a helpmate if it's in his will, your ministry. I don't know what it is, dude. A different job. But you might be in a completely different part of the world.
Nothing you're saying is coherent, man. Like, you're literally just telling people to randomly leave their jobs. Like, what about the job is bad? You're not saying anything. Like, this is so weird, man. You just maybe it's your job, like, because he's doing that Christian thing, but like, he's forgetting the pastor thing. He's forgetting to, like, do act 1, the setup or whatever, where you're supposed to describe what's wrong with the job that they're doing, right? And like why they would need to leave that job, and then also be willing to do it. You need to include a whole lot of information that you just skipped. You just skipped. You're just like, maybe just leave your job. Just do it. Maybe it's your job. Maybe you got to just leave that job. For what? Why? I don't do, just for whatever, because God, just leave the job. What the fuck?
World. He has that, right? Ephesians 2:10, right? Prepare these works in advance. You don't have to walk in them, though. And a lot of Christians, these hyper lazy Ned Flanders Christians.
Oh God, here he goes into it's like and a lot of these Christians, these hyper lazy garbage, little entitled brats, little pussy ass bitches
are choosing not to, and they're boasting about it, and then complaining why God's not adding things unto them.
They're boasting and complaining. What is happening? They're boasting about what?
And a lot of Christians, these hyper lazy Ned Flanders Christians.
Hyper lazy. That's a weird way to say that. That's like they're hyperactively lazy. That's not my bad. I get what you're saying, but you shouldn't have said it like that.
Are choosing not to, and they're boasting about it, and then complaining why God.
Maybe we should. Grand Theft Auto said, Ned Flanders again. Drink. We got to drink. Everybody drink. I mean, it's kind of early. Maybe if you watch this later in the evening, every time he says Ned Flanders, we should, drink or something. I don't know. Jesus Christ.
God's not adding things unto them. You got to choose a side, man. This is not a buffet, right? You're either a lazy, disobedient.
Nancy said, I get a wife? Outstanding. Hope God picks a good one for me. Hey, yeah.
Christian, you live a normal NPC-looking life, and you get normal NPC results.
Oh, this channel's not for girls, okay? This is the He-Man woman hater Fundie channel, okay?
Results, right? Again, not that this is like we're working for our salvation. It's very different. You're already saved. You've already pressed start. Or you can choose to really go down this
already pressed start? What?
Path. Not because we're better, but because what else is there to do in life? That's why I love Romans 12:1.
I don't know, a lot of stuff, man. It's really weird. Like, did you hear that? It's like he's like, we got to be a Christian because, well, I mean, what the hell else is there to do? Life's boring, right? If you're not letting somebody else decide that you're not allowed to do anything, to the point of not even being allowed to fap.
Let me read it verbatim. This is probably if I were to ever get a tattoo, which I'm not, I would most likely get this verse.
Which I'm not. What's the weird thing with the tattoo thing? What's up with that, man? I thought tattoos were masculine, right? No, they're not. Is that evil? What the fuck?
So if anyone's saying what I'm saying is unbiblical, you were just biblically illiterate. Romans 12:1.
If anyone's saying what I'm saying, hold on. I'm sorry. I know I got to keep going back with this. You just keep saying funny stuff. I don't know.
This is probably, if I were to ever get a tattoo, which I'm not, I would most likely get this verse. So if anyone's saying what I'm saying is unbiblical, you were just biblically illiterate.
So if anybody, God, like half of like his video is him getting ahead of the people that he knows are going to criticize. I mean, maybe don't be like this, dude. Because like, when you his whole thing is being hypercritical of literally everybody, and then he gets mad when like hypercritical people show up to his comment section. It's like, dude, this is the vibe you're putting out, man. Here's what it is. Whatever you put out and you encourage people to behave like, you get it back. That's how it goes, man. So if you're encouraging people to be like, you're just a little beta cook, man, why don't you be a real Christian and stop being such a bit, whatever. You're gonna get that back. You're gonna get people that are as narcissistic as you in your comment section going, I actually got it figured out better than this idiot who clearly can't even grow a full beard. I mean, what is happening here? It doesn't even connect. Mine connects, dude. See that? Look, it goes all the way down. It does connect, but you gotta look really. I might make it full screen so that forget it. Let me just take my word. It does connect on the sides. Okay. I do have a full beard. It does grow in thick.
Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren. This is Paul speaking.
It's thicker than his. So
I beseech you, right? As in, like, I'm urging you. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, right?
well, I'll do that again.
1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren. This is Paul speaking. I beseech you, right? As in, like, I'm urging you.
You got to cut out the first one when you do that, man. As in, I'm urging you.
I beseech you, therefore, brethren, right? Christians, they're born again by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service. Man,
Which is your reasonable service? That doesn't sound reasonable at all. Like that verse right there. It's like you need to make your body into a living sacrifice. Jeez Louise. In other words, just be a slave. Don't, just stop deciding stuff for yourself. Just your whole life is a sacrifice to somebody else.
you got bought and paid for. You're now in like the spiritual military. Your reasonable service, imagine like, just pretend like it's a movie, right? You're about to be captured and killed, but I paid you. I bought you, right? I saved your life. Your reasonable service now is to present your body a living sacrifice, holy to God. Are you guys honestly doing that? Heck, I fall short daily.
What the hell was that? Oh, they said, pretend it's a movie, bro. Pretend it's a movie. Now, look, okay, in the movie. Now we buy you and sell you into slavery. Now, are you really gonna, what the hell is happening, dude?
I bought you, right? I saved your life. Military. Your reasonable service, imagine like, just pretend like it's a movie, right?
Okay, let's do it. Let's pretend it's a movie.
About to be captured and killed, but I paid you. I bought you, right? I saved your life.
You're about to be captured and killed. But I was like, no, I own that one. So yeah, now you, because of me buying you so that the evil, the bad baddies can't like take you away or something because you bought them so that the other people couldn't buy them. I'm very confused as to like what this whole situation like actually is. You're talking about buying people, and it's really weird.
Your reasonable service now is to present your body a living sacrifice, holy to God.
Your reasonable service now, because that dude bought you. Now you have to offer your body as a living sacrifice. This all seems, well, first of all, very sexual. I don't know. It just sounds like maybe they're going to use some of the products from AdamandEve.com, in some kind of like sex slave play or something like that. I don't know. Probably, they got some handcuffs, right? They, you just go there, get the handcuffs, right? Maybe the dog kennel. Well, you get those at pet stores, but they work just as fine, for this sort of situation, right? But then you handcuff them to, it's all really fun, actually. And they even have these leather masks that you can wear to play out the scenario this guy's clearly talking about. Go to AdamandEve.com, buy all that stuff, and I think they even have like a dog shaped one. That's pretty cool. It's like a leather. It's shaped like a dog. It's sort of creepy, actually. It's got a .com. Also, if you want to hit that like button, to smash that like butt, right? That's it's button. It's short. It's my shorthand for button. But I don't have time for an extra syllable like that. But yeah. So if you want to do that, I'd appreciate it. Hey, and you could also do a bunch of other stuff, right? If you want to support the show, you can become a patron. You can do a payment on Cash App. Cash tag is Apostate. You can hit that join button and become a member. You can send me an email at punkapostate@gmail.com. You can join the Discord. And you can follow me on all the links that I have provided ahead of time below. So if you want to do all that stuff or just any of it, really, either way, it's cool. I'd appreciate it. But hey, the main thing here is to stay logical, loving, skeptical, and compassionate. And we will see you next time.